Well, it's a very good afternoon or good morning, depending on when you're watching this. So welcome to our number 4 video for our lockdown for all you beautiful people that have been following our Pilates classes. My name is Tracy, if you are new, and it's a real pleasure for me to come to you from the Pilates Plus studio in Strandon in New Plymouth. It's been a big week in the studio, not big for classes, but Peter's finished, all of the walls are freshly painted, the bars are back up, the posters are back up, so all ready for whenever it is that we can resume what we normally do in a normal situation. Been a funny week, a crazy week for me. I became a hairdresser. I cut my own fringe. Sorry, Kirsty, but I had to do it. I was not being able to see very fast. But Lily said, "Did you cut your hair, Mum?" So clearly I didn't do the flashiest job, but at least I can see. And the other thing that I have done that I'm sure you'll all be really interested in is I'm now expert at darts. We were going to do some arm work, but my darting arm is now a little bit sore because everybody else managed to finish their game like in a reasonable amount of time with a reasonable amount of shots, except for me, but I wasn't going to give up, so it took me probably another hour playing by myself to finally get it done. So there you go, you can now say not only is your Pilates instructor, but she is also a hairdresser and probably verging on a professional dart player. So what I wanted to do today for you all is we're going to just do a nice warm up, do some extra stretches in there this morning to look at just keeping our bodies limber. Just remember, do what you can and keep yourself really safe. Then we're going to head to the bar and do some exercises on the bar before we go to the floor. Now, most of you won't have a bar in your home, I imagine that, but what you can do is you can use a bench top, or you can use a chair. Make sure it's really, really sturdy. And chairs are really good because every time you pull away from the chair and pull the chair with you, you know that you've gone too far because we want the bar to be there nice and light for you to balance. So let's get started. So as we stand up, always remind yourself about your Pilates posture. Feet are hip width apart, and the hip is the front of the pelvis. So the hips that are under here, front of the pelvis is about hip width. So it's often narrower than we think. I always use a visual with my feet to make sure because I can't trust my brain to get it. So hip width apart is also potentially the length of your foot. And then have a look down. The other thing that we want to make sure of is that we're parallel, so that there's a parallel lines on the inside of your feet. Ball of the big toe and the little toe heavy, the heel heavy, and then really relax the toes. The next thing I want you to think about is keeping the knees soft and working from the muscles at the top of the knee, pulling up into the pelvis. And then I want you to grab that tailbone, feel like you've got a brick hanging off it, and drop that tailbone down. So we're going to bring that pelvis into neutral. So when it's neutral, the front of the pelvis and the pubic bone are in a flat line. We haven't got the bottom out, we're not curled under. The pelvis is just nice and long. Good. Then I want you to think about the rib cage. So I want you to come from the back of the rib cage and lift the back of the rib cage up. That's it. And then the front of the rib cage, bottom rib cage ends here. We want to just gently draw that bottom rib cage down towards the pelvis. So we should always feel that connection between the rib cage and the hips. And then pull that belly button in. So we're gently drawing it in towards the spine. Pelvic floor, we've talked about it before, pulling front to back, back to front, right to centre, left to centre, and then just gently lift it up. So we should feel this nice hold, nice lift, nice connection. 3 very important things with the shoulders. We take the collarbones wide, so we don't have any backward movement. We take the collarbones wide, rotation the shoulder joint, and then the shoulder blades, pull, slide them down your spine, lengthen the elbows and the wrists. Perfect. Then we want to lengthen through the back of the neck, so we take the bottom part of the skull and lift it up. Just softening in through the chin, shouldn't be any tension here. Not dipped, just softened. Beautiful. And then I want you to shut your eyes and breathe into your belly. So as you breathe into the belly, and you can use your hands to feel your tummies for this. Breathe in, let that belly fill. And as you breathe out, lengthen through the back of the neck and drop that tailbone further down. And again, breathing in, let that belly fill. And as you exhale, lengthen through the back of the neck, ease the shoulders and drop that tailbone further down. Good. And again, breathing in, let that belly fill. And as you exhale, long through the back of the neck, ease the shoulders, come into the front of the body, rib cage down, belly button in, pelvic floor lifting, and tailbone heavy. So we now hold the pelvis firm as we open the rib cage. And again, you can use the hands to help you with this. So we want that bottom rib cage to open to the side. So we breathe in, expand that rib cage. And then as we exhale, feel that rib cage ease, bottom rib cage down, belly button in, pelvic floor lifting. And again, breathing in, feel that active breath, open that rib cage, use those intercostal muscles. Yep. Exhale, rib cage down, belly button in, pelvic floor lifting. Take your arms away for the last one. Breathe in, feel the side, feel the back of the lumps. And exhale, rib cage down, belly button in, pelvic floor lifting. Good. Now we isolate and stretch the head. So we breathe in. As we breathe out, we press the chin across the right shoulder. We breathe in back to the centre. And exhale, press the chin across the left shoulder. Breathing back to the centre. Exhale, press the chin across the right shoulder. Breathe in back to the centre. And exhale, press the chin across the left shoulder. Breathe in back to the centre. Now lifting that left ear up to the ceiling, long through that neck. Breathe in back to the centre. And exhale, right ear lifts to the ceiling. And breathe in back to the centre. Right ear lifts to the ceiling. Breathing back to the centre. And left ear lifts to the ceiling. Good. Back to the centre. Now not the head. As you lengthen through the back of the neck, don't let that body collapse. And then back to the centre. And looking to the ceiling, raising the chin. And back to the centre. Long through the back of the neck, looking down. And back to the centre. And lifting that chin. And back to the centre. Now nice easy circle. So we look down, then we look to the front of the right shoulder to the back. We look to the ceiling, we look to the back of the right, the front of the right, the left eye line down. You know me, it could be either way. Looking down, looking to the front of the left, to the back, float to the ceiling. We look to the back of the right, to the front, that eye line's down, and to the centre. Good. Now we're going to press, think about the shoulder blades, pushing from the bottom, push those shoulder blades up, and exhale, slide them down. Breathe in, push those shoulders up, and exhale, ease them down. Breathing in, press them up, exhale, ease them down. Breathe in, press them up, and exhale, ease them down. Good. Keeping them there, we breathe in, those arms breastbone height. Palms face, then slide those shoulder blades into the centre of the back. Good. So breathe in, we open the shoulder blades wide, reach forward a little, then we pull underneath the armpits and slide into the centre of the back. Breathe in, open, reaching forward. Remember, we're not going backwards, we're going down. Pull underneath the armpits, keep going down the spine. Good work. Breathe in, open and reach. Breathe out underneath the armpits and slide, and breathe in and reach. And exhale underneath the armpits and slide. One more. Breathe in, open, reach. And breathe out underneath the armpits and slide. Palms face the floor and we press down beside. We're just going to work the top of the spine, so I want you to breathe in. As you breathe out, not the head, and we simply send the ribcage to the hips. Draw the belly button in, pick the pelvic floor up, and it's just the top of the spine. And then we exhale, roll back up, stack ribcage, shoulders and head. Breathing in, exhale, nodding that head just to get it out of the way. Then we send the ribcage to the hips, belly button to the spine, pelvic floor lifting. And then we carefully ease back up. We breathe in, exhale, nod that head, and we come down, ribcage to hips, belly button to spine, pelvic floor lifting, and then we carefully roll back up to the top. We're going to go all the way down. Now I'm going to go back onto my mat. So if you're using a mat, come and make sure you're at the front of the mat. So we breathe in, and as we exhale, we nod that head, we come halfway down, ribcage, belly button, pelvic floor, and then we tip from the hips, lifting those sit bones up to the ceiling, and we roll all the way down. Now as you stay here, make sure those sit bones are high on the ceiling. Really relax the back of the neck. Breathing in, and then we suck that belly button in and curl back up. Set the pelvis, the rib cage, the shoulders, and the head. Breathing in. Exhale, nod that head. Come down, rib cage, belly button, pelvic floor. So we're halfway down, feel the tailbone heading to the floor, and then we roll all the way down. Sit bones high to the ceiling, upper body relaxed. You can always have these knees soft, but make sure that you're holding them hip width apart. Sit bones high on the ceiling. And then we carefully carry ourselves back up, ease into the top. Good. Ooh. Breathing in. Exhale, nod that head. Come down, rib cage, belly button, pelvic floor. Wouldn't be very good if I fell over, would it? And then we roll all the way down. All the way down to the bottom. Good. Now I want you to bend your knees, and I want you to take your back leg back into a lunge position. So what have we got with a lunge? We've got the knee over the hip, that back hip pressing down. Hands either side, long through that back leg, pushing that heel behind you. Then we're going to come into downward facing dog. So we're going to take the front foot, bring it back until we're in an upside down V. Now in this upside down V, it's a yoga pose. What I want you to think of is we put Pilates into it. So hands are shoulder width apart, arms long. Shoulders drawn into the centre of the back, head between the hands, not through. Pull your rib cage down, pull your sit bones up, and then feet are hip width apart, we gently press those heels to the floor. Make sure you're breathing nice and easy. Feel the stretch. Breathing in. Bend those legs. Now, you might need to help your back leg forward. Might take a couple of turns. But we want to bring that back leg forward into the lunge. Again, make sure those hips are in line, make sure the knee is over the ankle. Pressing that heel away. And then we push off that back foot, come into parallel, and find your forward fold. Good. Bend those knees again. Front leg's going to go back this time, so ease it back into the lunge. Find knee above ankle. Nice flat back if you can. And then we bring that front foot back into the downward facing dog. Hands hip width apart, arms long. Pull those shoulders into the centre of the back. Head between the hands, rib cage to hips. Sit bones to the ceiling. And then press those heels down towards the floor. It's a lovely stretch for some of you. It's a really, really hard stretch, I know. But give it a go. Easing back. Now I want you to lift up onto the balls of the feet, carry the shoulders over the wrists, bend, hover the knees off the floor, then drop the knees down and flatten the toes. So we're now going to drop the chest between our hands. So we bend the elbows, they stay close to the body, chest to the hands, then we bring the hips to the floor and we lift up. Pull those shoulders down the back, long through the back of the neck. Good. Then we suck the belly in, come back up onto our knees. We curl our toes under, hover those knees just off the floor, push the bottoms up, press back into that downward facing dog. Long through that body. Then bend those knees, bring the front foot forward. Might take a couple of times, but help it forward with the hands if you need to. Make sure that back hip is down. Then we come off the back foot, coming into our forward fold, long through that body. Relax. Now I want you to bend your knees, come into a juicy sit. Then take those arms wide, take them long into an arrow position, push through those feet, and open those arms, and now down beside us. So it's a nice warm up, okay? Whole body should be feeling warm. So we're going to the bar, to the bench, or to the chair. So we're going to have our feet, again, check that they're hip width apart. We don't want to work too far away from our bar or our chair or our bench. So we want to have the elbows nice and relaxed. Find your posture, feet parallel, long through that body. So we're just going to do a little sit into a squat. We're going to take 2 counts to go down and 2 counts to come up. So we're going to come down, sit that bottom behind and down, 1, 2. and push up, 3 and 4, we come down 1, 2, we push up, 3 and 4, we come down 1, 2, we push up, 3 and 4, we come down 1, 2 and push up. Now come down for 3 counts, come down 3 and 2 and push to the top, we squeeze and come down 3, 2, bottom press to the top, we come down 3, 2, ease it and press to the top, we're 3, we're 2, we're 1. Now we come down and pulse for 3 and 2 and press to the top, come down and pulse for 3 and 2, push to the top, come down and pulse for 3 and 2, push to the top, good work. Make sure you're behind those knees. Notice between the knees and ankles, let's hold here straight. Now we push up to the balls of the feet, so we push up, squeeze the bottoms and lower those heels down, and we push to the top and we lower the heels down. Keep those bottoms really squeezing tight and easing down. Again, we push to the top and ease down. Now up and hold at the top, plie down for 2, keep the heels up, 1, 2 and press to the top. We come down 1. Oh, I've got cramp. Don't look at me, bad example, come down 1, 2 and press to the top and 1, 2. Make sure those knees stay hip width apart, come 3 and 2 and push to the top, come down again, we're 3. Keep those heels up. My heels are shaking, I haven't done this. 3, since that knee issue in October last year. 3, 2, 1. Come down and pulse for 3 and 2. We press to the top, come down and pulse for 3 and 2. We come to the top, come down and pulse for 3, 2. We press to the top, come down and pulse for 3, 2. Press to the top, hold. The heels come down. Now, we're going to take a seat, lift to the heels, lower the heels and straighten up. And we sit. Lift the heels, lower the heels and straighten up. And we sit. Lift the heels, lower and straighten. 1 to go. Sit. Heels. Now we rise to the balls of the feet. Sit down. Rise up. And heels come down. Rise up. Again, we rise. And sit. Straighten up and down again. We rise and sit. Straighten up. 1 to go. We rise and sit. Good. Now we go around the world. So we sit, heels up, rise up, and heels come down. Do it again. We sit. Heels lift, rise up, and heels come down. And we sit. Heels lift, rise up, and heels come. 1 to go. We sit. Heels lift, rise up. Good work. Reverse. Rise up. We rise. We sit, heels down and straighten up. We rise and sit, heels down and straighten up. And we rise, we sit, heels down and straighten. 1 to go. Rise, sit, heels down and straighten. Down and pulse for 7 and 6 with 5. So we're going to load these thighs. 2, straighten up, come down and pulse for 7 and 6 with 5, with 4, with 3. Keep those tummies tight, straighten up, come down and pulse for 7 and 6. Long through the spine, relax your shoulders for 3 and 2. We straighten up. 1 to go with 7 and 6, with 5, with 4, with 3, with 2. We straighten up, come down and hold. So we hold, pelvic floor lift, belly is tight. Release the shoulders, straighten up, come down and hold for 7 and 6, with 5, with 4, with 3, everything working. Straighten up, come down a little lower this time, and 2, with 3, with 4, with 5, with 6, we straighten up, come down last time for 3, 3, 4, I don't know, can't count. Straighten up, ease into the top. So there you go, a little bit of bar work for you. Hope that body's feeling good. I'm feeling really, really warm. Could be because I haven't done it for a while. I don't know. But we're going to come down onto the mat now. So, as you come down onto your mat, just make sure that you're feeling nice and comfortable. Good. Lying flat on that floor. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Good. Take those legs long. Just put do not disturb on my phone, just in case anybody tries Just around there. Alright. So lying on that floor, legs, feet and knees hip width apart. Now, nice position here. Remind yourself about that neutral spine. So we've got lots of things going on, haven't we? Long through the back of the neck. Let gravity take those shoulders. Now slide those fingers long. Feel the length in those arms. When you've got that going on, then let that rest bar ribcage be heavy to the floor and gently slide that ribcage to the hips. Neutral spine, so your natural curve, tailbone the heaviest part of the pelvis. Belly button in, pelvic floor drawn and lifted. Feel the hold of the knees and of course big toe, little toe, heels. So just holding it here, just shrug those shoulders out, breathe in, lift. And breathe out, slide down. Breathe in, shoulders lift. Breathe out. So I want you to feel the connection with the floor the whole time. So feel those shoulder blades pulling up and feel them gently pulling down. Good. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out, come down. Good. So now we're going to take the focus into that pelvic floor. Really focus on the direction. Remember, 60% is postural hold. 80% is stabilising so we can mobilise safely from the hips. And 100% is really working that muscle. So holding it here, feel the shoulders, everything else working at 60%. Thinking about the pelvic floor, breathing in. We exhale, pull front to back to front, right to centre, left to centre. And just gently lift that pelvic floor up. We talk always about feeling like that 60% engagement is that the bottom of the pelvis is coated in the pelvic floor. In fact, the bottom of the pelvis is the pelvic floor. So we want to be able to hold it, no trouble, feeling it gently lifting inside of us and release it off. To 80% now, don't forget to keep the shoulders holding, breathing in. Exhale, pull front to back to front, right to centre, left to centre, find 60. And then draw those four corners up to 80. And 80%, we know the drill, should feel like half or 2/3 of our pelvis is coated in that pelvic floor. Hard to hold, we have to work those muscles and we have to challenge the four corners. So we think front, back, right, left, front, back, right, left, front, back, right, left, and release it off. Now 100% is really using the muscle to its maximum. So we want to breathe in as we exhale, always front, back, front, right, centre, left, centre, find 60. Draw to 80. Now pick that pelvic floor, lift it, and then keep on lifting it. Think lift, 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 lift. Think front, back, right, left. Lift, 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 lift. Think front, back, right, left. Lift, lift. She's getting harder. Front, back, right, left, and lift, 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 lift. Think front, back, right, left. And as you let it go, should feel a little bit like a sigh, like the body is just letting go just a little bit more. Perfect. So let's think easy through these knees. What we're going to do is bring our feet and knees together this time. So feet and knees, we're not hip width apart, we're together. We're going to very simply breathe in, open the right knee out to the side so we get that rotation in the hip and gently draw it in. Breathe in left side, open the knee to the side and carefully draw it in. Breathe in, open that right knee to the side and carefully draw it in. So we want no movement through the pelvis as you open that left knee. Make sure the pelvis doesn't roll over. 4 to go. Breathe in, open that right knee out to the side. Left knee stays firm. Gently draw in. Left side, we open and we gently draw in. Right side, breathe in, open. Breathe out and gently draw in. And left side, we breathe in, gently open, and we draw it in. Now, we do a full rotation through this hip. So we breathe in, open that right knee, keep it turned out as we slide it long. Then we rotate back to parallel and draw the leg in, right side again. Breathe in, open the knee. Breathe out, take the leg long. Breathe in, rotate, and come back to normal. Breathe in, open that right knee, and we take it long, rotate back to parallel, working within that hip, and draw up. Now we reverse it, so we take the leg long and parallel, rotate from that hip, you use that inner thigh, then we float the knee out to the side, don't let that pelvis move, and draw it back to the centre. Breathe in, right leg long, rotate from the hip, Lift the knee back to the side and draw in. Remember, working from that hip, long through that leg, open from the hip, ease the knee to the side and draw in. Good work. Now that left side, so we open the knee and we slide the leg long. Rotate back to parallel and draw back to your starting position. Breathe in all the time. Open that knee, holding ribcage to the hips. Take the leg long, pelvis stay still. Rotate from the hip and draw up. This is crazy. First time I've done this since my knee as well. Open the knee and take it long. Really interesting, feeling all of those muscles working. And draw back and reverse it. Take that leg long, lengthen it away. Rotate from the hip. Draw to the side and in. We take that leg long. Rotate from the hip. Float the knee to the side and draw in. One more. Take that left leg long. Rotate from the hip. Float the knee to the side and we draw it in. So nice and warm through that pelvis. Take the heel toe out, back to hip width apart, knees in line, neutral pelvis. Let's just think about this midsection connection. We want to breathe in, lengthen through the back of the neck. The head lifts up and we slide. Ribcage, belly button, pelvic floor. Great angle here to check that your knees are holding hip width apart. And exhale, come down. Breathe in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Head lifts and we slide. Breathe in, we hold. And breathe out, we lower. Breathe in, lengthen the back of the neck, get the weight off the head, lift, slide. Breathe in, we hold. Breathe out, we lower. And breathe in, lengthen the back of the neck, head lifts, we slide. Breathe in, we hold. And breathe out, we lower. Now breathe in, lift, breathe in, lift. Breathe out and lower. So we're changing the breathe in. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in, slide, lift. Breathe out and lower. Don't let this pelvis move. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in, 4 to go. Breathe out, we lower. Keep long through the back of the neck. Always lifting that head first and lower. Breathe in, lift, reach. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in and reach. Breathe out and lower. Now, single legs. Breathe in, right leg lifts. Breathe out, it lowers. Breathe in and left leg lifts. Breathe out. Now, who's remembering to go through the foot? Ball, toenail, lift, right foot. Breathe out, toenail, ball of the foot, heel. Breathe in, left side, lift. Breathe out and lower. Now, breathe in, right leg lift, left leg follows, right leg lowers, and left leg lowers. Breathe in, left leg lifts, all the time keeping this pelvis firm and still. And left leg lowers, and right leg lowers. Good. Breathe in, right leg lifts, and left leg follows, and right leg lowers, and left leg lowers. Keep those shoulders holding. Left leg lifts and right leg lifts and left leg lowers and right leg lowers. Good. Now I want you to take your hands to the back of your head. Take those elbows wide, but remember we don't want this ribcage out. The ribcage stays connected. Underneath the armpits slides into the centre of the back. Good. Making sure we remain connected. So we're going to breathe in, lengthen through the back of the neck. As we lift the upper body up, we're going to lift the right leg up to tabletop. And as we lower down, that right foot comes down. Breathing in, lengthen, lift. This time left leg comes up. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, right leg, upper body. Breathe out and lower. And breathe in, left leg, upper body. Breathe out and lower. Don't forget we're coming to tabletop. Breathe in, lift. So tabletop is knee directly above the hip and lower. Breathe in, left leg, upper body. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in, lift upper body, lift the leg and lower. And breathe in, left leg, upper body and lower. Now we're going to do it with a twist. So we're going to lift the upper body, lift the right leg and draw the rib cage down to the hip of this right leg and come down. Left leg lift, upper body lift, twisting to the knee and lowering down. Right leg, upper body lift, breathe out and lower. Left leg, right arm, right rib cage and 4 to go. Right leg, twisting towards it. So keep really controlled. Left side, twisting towards it and lower. And right leg, twisting. And 1 to go. Left leg twisting and lower. Good. Take those arms down. Should be feeling nice and connected through this midsection now. So bring those feet a little bit closer to the bottom if you want. Rolling up the shoulder bridge. I want you to really think about the 3 positions here. So we're in neutral to begin with. Tailbone heavy, top of the pelvis slightly lighter. Front of the pelvis and the pubic bone in line. So that's neutral. Imprint, we breathe in, exhale, send the rib cage to the hips, belly button to the spine, and slide that tailbone for your heels. It's like your spine is sliding along the floor, not pressing in. So that's your imprint. Pelvic tuck, we squeeze the bottom and lift the pelvis around the belly button. And then we press, it's happened again, press to the ceiling, again, right side of my bottom, not doing its job, rolling to the top, squeeze, Tracy, squeeze, breathing in, and as we exhale, come down. Now keep the squeeze on, come to the tuck, lengthen to imprint, and release to your neutral. Breathing in, exhale, ribcage, belly button, lengthen, come into the tuck, rolling to the top, think ribcage, belly button, pelvic floor. Holding on, and exhale, roll down. Find your positions, tuck, imprint, and neutral. Really mobilise that spine. 2 to go. Breathing in. Exhale, ribcage, belly button, lengthen, tuck. As you roll to the top, really find it. Breathe in, hold. And as we breathe out, come down, curling, imprint, and neutral. And 1 more. Breathing in. Exhale, ribcage, belly button, lengthen. Come into that tuck, holding it at the top. Now when you think in the thigh, I'm going to pulse the knees, little pulses together, yeah? Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that bottom squeezing. And we 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 2 more sets. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1 more set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop the movement. And exhale, rolling all the way down. All the way down. Tuck, imprint, and neutral. Really nice. Okay. So we're going to come over onto all fours. So what I wanted to do upper body wise today is to think about a fabulous tricep press up. So what I want you to do is make sure that you're in horse. So horse is hands directly underneath shoulders, knees directly underneath hips, long feet hip width apart. Drawing the shoulder blades into the centre of the back, tailbone pulls to the wall behind you, and then suck that belly button in so we're nice and strong here. So simple start. I want you to breathe in, and as you breathe out, slide those shoulder blades as far down the back as you can. What I want you to notice is that the arms don't bend, nothing happens here. We roll the eye, the soft part of the elbow forward, and hold those shoulder blades in. Good. Release just a little as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, slide those shoulder blades a little bit further down. Slide them down the spine. Good. And breathe in, release, 2 go. Exhale from underneath the armpits, slide those shoulder blades down. Keep thinking about lengthened arms, long through the back of the neck, and release it a little. And exhale, slide those shoulder blades into the centre of the back. Make sure you're holding your belly, reaching those tailbones, and release. Now, tricep press up. For some of you, you might need to be on your knuckles if you compromised through, but always having those shoulders over. For those of you that can, we're not going to do a lot, but stay heel of the hands to the floor, long splayed fingers. So there are 4 parts to this move. So we breathe in, we come halfway down, elbows come to the rib cage. We come all the way down, chest towards the floor. We come halfway up, holding the elbows tight, and we push to the top. Good. Breathe in halfway down, and all the way. We come halfway up, press to the top. We come halfway down, we come all the way, we come halfway down, and to the top, 2 to go. Breathe in, halfway down, we come all the way, halfway down, and to the top. And last one, we're halfway down, and we're all the way, and we're halfway down, and to the top. Now open those knees a little, just take those arms in front. I'm going to take a bit of pressure off them. Just this child's pose is always such a good go-to. Takes all that pressure off those wrists, nice and long through. Now we're going to come back into horse, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Long through the back of the neck, tailbone, belly button tight. Now we're going to do single. We're going to only do 4, but 4 single press-ups. So it's just 2 parts to the move. So we breathe in, come down, breathe out, press up. Breathe in, come down, breathe out, press up. 2 to go. Breathe in, come down, breathe out, press up. Breathe in, come down, breathe out, press up. Good. Take those knees wide, lengthen those arms, reaching, shoulders into the centre of the back. Nice and easy. Good. Good. Nicely done. Alrighty. So what I want you to do now is come down onto your elbows. Shoulders into the centre of the back, reach those toes long. We're going to really work into our bottoms here. So we're going to breathe in, take that right leg long. We're going to squeeze the bottom and lift it up. We're going to breathe in, drop it down, and pull the knee back under the hip. Breathe in, left leg lengthen, squeeze the bottom to lift. Breathe in, lower it down, and drawing it back. Breathe in, right leg lengthen, squeeze the bottom to lift. We lower it down, and draw back, and breathe in, left leg lengthen, squeeze the bottom to lift. We lower it down, and we draw back. Good. Right leg, breathe in, lengthen, and we lift. Now we bring the foot towards the bottom, and we lengthen it long. Breathe in, foot towards the bottom, and lengthen it long. Breathe in, foot towards the bottom. Make sure that knee doesn't drop, hey? Foot to the bottom, and 4 to go. Breathe in, foot to the bottom, breathe out and lengthen. Foot to the bottom, feel that hamstring curling, that bottom working. Bring the foot to the bottom, slide those shoulders down the spine, foot to the bottom, and we lengthen, lower the foot down, and draw in, left side. So we lengthen, lift the leg, and then we bring foot to the bottom, and take it long. Bring foot to the bottom, and lengthen it away. Make sure that pelvis is staying firm. So you're going to really use your tummy here, don't you? Foot to the bottom, 4 to go. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 to go. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Lower the foot down and draw it underneath the hips. Good work. Whew. So, what I want you to do now is we're going to lie down on our side now. We did some of the side series last time. We're going to do the clam work now. And a little bit of inner thigh work maybe. So what I want you to do is lie on your side. Now, arms long, head in. Some of you might need to be here or even put something underneath. But if you can have this arm long, it's perfect. So I want you to pull that shoulder right underneath. Knees are towards the chest, feet are towards the bottom. Now we want to stack the shoulders, so we don't want to have them here with the ribcage collapsed and the pelvis in the wrong position. We want to draw the shoulders under, so the shoulders are stacked. Lift that ribcage up, so shoulders, ribcage and hips are in the alignment as we used to have them, or as we like to work. Feet are together, and this is working into the hip. I don't have a huge range of movement here, so you just go to where you can control it without moving the pelvis. So we breathe in, open the top knee, squeeze the bottom, and we draw the knee down. Breathe in, we open, squeeze the bottom, and use the inner thigh to draw down. Breathe in, open, breathe out and lower. Breathe in and open, breathe out and lower. Keep this going, but make sure rib cages to hips, belly buttons to spine, and pelvic floors lifted. Breathe in, we open. Breathe out, we lower. Breathe in, we open. Breathe out, we lower. One to go. Breathe in, we open. Breathe out, we lower. Good. I want you to lift those feet up. Now when you lift the feet up, don't collapse the body. So we want to keep that rib cage up, keep the pelvis stacked. Keep those feet together as we open. Breathe in, open, breathe out and lower, keeping those feet up. Breathe in, open, squeeze the bottom and lower. Now notice the pelvis doesn't move, it stays firm. Breathe out and lower, keeping this belly tight. Breathe in, open. Breathe out and lower. 4 to go. Breathe in, we open. Breathe out, we lower. Keep that rib cage off the floor. Breathe in, open. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in, we open. Breathe out, we lower. One more. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, we lower. And those feet come down. Good. Alrighty, let's go to the other side. Whew, still getting a bit of cramp in my feet. I think it's because I'm not doing so much. I'm doing a bit more in shoes. I've got all my winter wardrobe out as well, so I'm back in my Ugg boots. So let's remember, same thing on this side, making sure that you've got that shoulder right underneath, rib cage is up, pelvis is stacked, knees towards chest, feet towards bottom. Now, most of you shouldn't need to use this arm to balance, but if you do, that's awesome, doesn't matter. But if you don't need it, make sure it's not flopped behind or flopped forward so that shoulder comes out of line. Make sure it's down beside you, nice and aligned. Good. So just with the feet on the floor, rotate from the hip, breathe in, open. Breathe out and close. Breathe in, so we squeeze the bottom, we want the rotation right in that hip, that ball and socket. Breathe in, open. Breathe out and close. Breathe in and open. Good work. Now keeping that rib cage up. As you lift it up, make sure rib cage, belly button, pelvic floor, and draw that knee down. Breathe in and open. Breathe out and close. Good. Breathe in and open. Squeeze those bottoms. Breathe out and close. Breathe out and open. Breathe out and close. Good. Now as we lift the feet up, remember we don't collapse. We keep that pelvis, shoulders in line, feet up towards the hips. Breathe in, open, and use that inner thigh to close. Breathe in and open. Breathe out, use inner thigh to close. Breathe in and open. Breathe out, use inner thigh to close. Breathe in and open. Notice my feet haven't moved from where they are. They're like the hinge in the clamshell. Open. Breathe out, so this exercise is called clam. Breathe in and open. Breathe out and close. Good. Breathe in and open. Breathe out, keep that belly tight, 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 tight. Breathe in and open. Breathe out and close. And the heels come down. Good. So before we do our relaxation this afternoon, morning, evening, whenever you're doing it, see that I'm all sweating? That's what happens, doesn't it? So we roll over. We're going to do some nice stretches into this pelvis and lower back. So just take those arms long, feet hip-width apart. Now I want you to take your right heel and put it over that left knee and open that knee. So what we're after is not to rock the pelvis here. We're just, again, working within that hip. So this is a lovely stretch here. For some of you, it'll be more than enough, and our challenge is to keep that pelvis even. If you want a little bit more, lift the upper body up, holding behind that knee, and gently drawing it in towards you. Holding on to it, and then lower that upper body down. Always flex this foot, which looks after that knee for you. If you want a little bit more stretch, release that right hand, pushing that right knee just gently away. Make sure the pelvis stays firm, make sure you're gently pulling this left knee towards you. And always breathe. On your exhales, when we can put that little bit of pressure through, nice and easy. Good. Then release and let that left foot come down. Make sure it's in line with the pelvis. Arms come down beside you. Now we're going to use this right heel to gently draw that left knee across the body. So I want you to think upper body completely relaxed, lower body pulling down towards the floor. As you do this, always think about sliding that rib cage down, belly button in, pelvic floor gently working away in the background. And then we ease back to the centre. I'm going to unhook that foot, back into the feet hip width apart. Bring that left foot across the right knee. As I said before, this might be perfect stretch for you. And if it is, more power. We gently push that knee away. If you want a little bit more, we lift up. We hold behind that right knee, making sure, of course, that foot's fixed. And then relax that upper body down. I always release the hand, so as I breathe out, I can put a little bit of pressure through the knee to open that hip a little bit more. Breathing in. And exhale, just a little bit more pressure. Good. And then gently releasing, hands down to the side, breathing in. And as we breathe out, we're going to pull that right knee across the body. What I want you to notice is this upper body stays very, very relaxed on the floor. I'm not having to fight it, so I'm only going to pull my knees as far across to get that stretch through the side and through the back and through the hip, as I can keep this upper body totally, totally relaxed on the floor. Breathing in, every time you exhale, you might like to use the heel of that top foot to bring that knee a little bit closer to the floor. But just go as far as you can. There's no right or, well, there is right or wrong in how to do it, but there's no right or wrong as far as how far you take it. And gently ease back to the centre and unhook it. Good. So now I want you to bring one leg up and then the other, and I want you to bring your feet and knees together, making sure that you're neutral. The knees are hip width apart, the knees are hip tabletop. So arms down beside you again. I want you to breathe in, and as you breathe out, I want you to just ease the knees across to the right, lifting that left hip up. Now in this position, we can really work the tummy here. So ribcage down, belly button in, pelvic floor lifting. And then we carefully bring it back to the centre. Upper body stays grounded the whole time. Breathing in. Exhale, ease across to the left. And we aim to have the knees maintaining that stack. So knee on knee, ankle on ankle, ribcage, belly button, pelvic floor. And we gently come back. Breathing in. Exhale. One breath in the hold, breathing in, and breathe out, come back to the centre. Breathing in, exhale across to the left, remember, just come as far as you can control it. Breathing in, breathe out, draw back. We make it a little harder if you wish by lengthening those legs. So we breathe in, and we breathe out. Keep them long. Now make sure your top leg's longer. Should feel like that. That means you've carried your pelvis in a neutral position. And then we come back to the centre. Hard to do this one and talk, by the way. Breathing in. Exhale. And we ease it across. Ease it. Reaching that top leg further and further. And back to the centre. One more each way. Breathing in. Exhale. And reach. Top leg longer, ribcage, belly button, pelvic floor, and back to the centre. Breathe in, exhale, and reach. Nice and long, upper body, holding, and carefully back to the centre. Bend those legs. One leg to the floor, and then the other. And then take those legs long if this is where you're choosing to do your relaxation today. Pretty excited. My feet just touched the mirror. I've grown in the last 3/4 of an hour. Yay. So just lying there, I'll put some nice relaxation music on for you. And I want you to really take this time to just enjoy that sense of letting go. Pretty tough. I've really noticed this week that I had a bit of a crybaby day because I really noticed that while I'm doing these videos, and I hope that you're enjoying them. So while you might get to see me, I'm still all alone in the studio. So I found that quite difficult this week. So just know that I'm thinking of you daily, and this relaxation time is a real gift worries and concerns about people that are outside your bubble. But now's time just for you, and as you lie on the floor, just start to take that breath deep into your belly again, really easy. So we breathe in through that nose, and as we exhale through that mouth, just allow the body to really sink to the floor. And again, breathing in through that nose, really filtering that air. And then as you exhale, let those bones be heavy and just start to melt your muscles. Let those muscles ease away from the bones. Breathing in. And as you exhale this time, feel the weight of the bones, the lightness of the muscles, and start to give in to relaxation. As you get used to your own natural rhythm of relaxation breath, just start to scan your body. Just think, am I even right and left side? Am I holding tension anywhere? Is there any pain? And if there is, remind yourself, our brain, this amazing computer, will direct that well oxygenated blood to where it is needed, and it will help to ease. Breathing in and breathing out. Now take your attention down to your feet and just notice, we did barre today, so our feet have done a little bit more work than we've been doing, so just relax the toes. The balls of the feet have softened, and there's no tension in the instep, that's released. And then notice where your heel attaches to the floor and let it sink. And as your heel sinks, notice there's no tension in your ankle. It's eased and it's let go. And bringing your attention to your shins, just notice those muscles melting away from the bone. They melt, easy to the floor, and with the muscles eased away, the bone can sink. And as it sinks, notice that it's caught and cushioned by the muscles behind. And as those muscles hold the bone is able to sink deeper and deeper, heavier and heavier to the floor. Our knees are designed, the kneecap is designed to sink on that knee joint. So let that kneecap float and ease, and let that knee ease to the floor. As that knee joint starts to deepen its journey to the floor, just let go of those tendons and ligaments behind. Let them be soft, and let the whole knee, kneecap, knee joint just ease to the floor, holding no tension. And those amazing generous muscles at the top of the legs. Let's think right from the top of the knee right up into the pelvis and into the hip. Just let those muscles start to roll away from the bone. As they roll away from the bone, relax the ball and socket of the hip. And that thigh bone can just sink deeper and deeper to the floor, heavier and heavier because it's caught and cushioned by the muscles behind. Relaxed and let it go. And as you start to think about the pelvis, let that pelvic floor relax. Let the muscles in the front of the pelvis soften. And so with your next exhale, just feel the lightness of that bone structure, that pelvis. And then as you exhale, let those bones sink. Let them sink towards the floor. Notice they're caught and cushioned by the soft muscles behind. There's no tension in your bottom. It just accepts the weight of the pelvis and lets it sink deeper and deeper, heavier and heavier to the floor. Really letting go. No tension in that lower back, no tension in your pelvis, no tension across your tummy. It has eased. This time as you breathe in, just notice the natural opening of the ribcage with your inhale. And then as you exhale, just let that ribcage sink to the floor. Feel the weight of those bones towards the floor. And as that ribcage sinks, soften the muscles behind and let that ribcage sink deeper and deeper, heavier and heavier to the floor. Absolutely no tension. Just let it go. Create as much tension in your arms as you can, both arms lengthening, reaching, 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 all that tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and absolutely let go. And then notice the change in the blood flow in your fingers, the hands are light and soft. That wrist is relaxed and able to sink to the floor, and the muscles have eased away from the forearm. Your elbow is relaxed and heavy. And then the magic of gravity as we let our shoulder platform sink to the floor, holding no tension. And we notice that the bones in the arms are sinking and they're caught and cushioned by the soft muscles behind. Just letting go. As you breathe in this time, lengthen through the back of the neck. Gently draw the chin towards the chest and then pull it in a little bit closer than you normally would. So you're really long through the back of the neck, and then just let the chin release to neutral. Feel relaxed through the front of the neck. And to release your throat, let your tongue float to the roof of the mouth. With the tongue on the roof of the mouth, it relaxes your jaw and there's no tension around your mouth. There's no tension around your nose, and your cheeks just ease away to the floor. And they're carried there by the ears. Let the ears sink so the whole bottom half of your face is just sliding away to the floor, no tension. And with your eyes shut, let the eyeball sink into the socket, let it be heavy, and as it sinks you'll notice there's no tension around your eyes. There's no furrow in your brow, and your eyebrows have softened. And then gravity has ironed your forehead, so there is no tension, it has eased. And you just let that face melt away to the floor. Let your head be heavy and let it sink, and as it sinks, notice the softness in the brain. There's no tension, and the brain is going to focus on the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And with each exhale, you let go further. You go deeper and deeper. You let go more and more. And with this next breath, you go so deep to the floor that you've gone through the floor and you are floating. There's no tension, there's no weight, there is just ease. It is peaceful and you have let go. Everything has softened. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. With your next breath, just allow the breath to come deep into your belly again. Feel it. And then as you exhale, just gently start to ease those fingers and those toes. And with this next breath, really feel that belly fill and draw one leg up to neutral and then the other, feet are hip width apart. And I want you to take those feet wider and then just let the knees ease in on each other. And you'll notice that pelvis is relaxed. And we're going to come back into our breathing, into that active breath. So as you breathe in this time, open that rib cage. And as you exhale, slide that rib cage down, draw the belly button in, feel your pelvic floor lifting. And again, breathing in, open that rib cage. And come right back into your posture. As you breathe out on through the back of the neck, easing the shoulders, rib cage, belly button, pelvic floor. Feel the ease of the knees. And you're done. So with another little session, I hope there's something in there for all of you. It feels like a real privilege to be able to come into your homes and be part of your bubble in this little way. So thank you. I hope it's adding some value. Just know that for me, I'm missing you all. I find this so difficult, but it's just the way it is. So have a fabulous week. I look forward to seeing you next time we do this. Who knows what we're going to be doing next time. So take good care. Lots of love. And any questions, anything that you want, anything in particular you'd like us to do, just let me know and I'll put it into the next session. So take care, lots of love, see ya.